Well, it's now 2020, and time for another video, and we got more stuff going on in the city of Albuquerque. As of January 1st, the city of Albuquerque banned plastic bags from grocery stores. And I thought I'd just make a few comments about that and tell you what I'm going to do to shop in Albuquerque, although I do most of my shopping, especially now, in Rio Rancho. I know a couple of people are actually going to Rio Rancho too, because at least at this point, the Rio Rancho Walmart, the one at Southern and Unser, they are still using the plastic bags they used before, and they're not charging you anything for them. Now, Walmart throughout the city of Albuquerque is charging you 10 cents a bag for a thicker bag. But here's the thing. I have a lot of grocery bags right now in my possession from previous shopping. Didn't throw those away. I know that apparently they're supposed to be littering the city, but I don't see that. There are in fact probably more needles, syringes and needles in the city of Albuquerque, on streets, on the ground, all over the place, in parks, than you'll ever see a plastic grocery bag. But the city of Albuquerque will give you, if you want to shoot heroin up or some such thing, they will give you those syringes for free. And then we'll spend money, the city spends money to tax dollars to get those syringes and clean them up. But plastic grocery bags are apparently something that Satan has created himself, and we have to get rid of them. They have to be banned. We're done with them. Now, I'll tell you what I have done with them. What I usually do is I have, small waste baskets in my bathrooms, and that's where those grocery bags end up. And that's what I use them for. So they're not, and they never were, for most people, a single-use bag. When I walk the dog, not everybody goes to the dog park. Some people walk their dog around their neighborhood still, and when the dog does his business, you take the grocery bag and you pick it up, and this way you can haul it off and throw it in the trash, as opposed to just leaving it there. Now, what do you have to do now that the city of Albuquerque has banned these plastic bags? Well, as far as trash bags go, trash containers go, small ones, you just go go to the store and you buy yourself a roll of small trash bags, Those are single-use bags, by the way. They're not like the grocery bags that you've used to haul your groceries home and now put your trash in. You now are going to buy a roll of trash bags, which are probably going to be just as thin as any plastic bag that the groceries came in, and you're going to put that in your trash can. You can use it once, single-use bag. And then when you go out to your take your dog for a walk, you're going to probably buy either a bag that's specifically made for picking up dookie, or you're going to use one of the same type of trash bags. Again, single use. I have seen people take those grocery bags and use them to stuff pillows, use them for insulation. There are just tons and tons of uses on it. Go on YouTube and search uses for plastic grocery bags, and you'll find dispensers people have made, all kinds of crafts. People paint walls with them to make different effects, all these kinds of things. So there never have been a single-use bag. So we've done nothing to help the environment by banning so-called single-use plastic grocery bags, because in most cases those were more than a single use, and now you're going to have more bags going to the landfill that were not single, they are single use and are not used for anything else other than that one thing. The second thing that you got is, and a lot of people maybe aren't old enough to remember this, but back before we had the plastic bags in grocery stores, they had paper bags. I can remember my dad coming home, two big paper bags in each hand, and he'd bring the groceries home that way, and we would all haul it in on days we'd make a big trip to the store and buy a bunch of groceries. We'd all haul these groceries in paper bags. Okay, a lot of times you had to double bag the paper bags. When you had the canned goods in there and things of that nature. And it was all fine. No one ever complained about that. No one had a problem with it until someone came along and said, hey, you know what we're doing is we're killing trees by using these paper bags. We're using too much paper and we're cutting too many trees down. And this is an honest to goodness truth. This is what happened. And we need to do something to stop that. And I can also remember that the same thing happened with those paper bags. As a matter of fact, I can distinctly remember in our kitchen we had a trash container in our kitchen that had that fit perfectly a paper bag, a grocery bag. It was the exact size, and my dad used to throw waste in that, and that's what he would, throw the trash in that. It would be just use it as a trash bag. So even those paper bags were getting used twice. They came up with this idea that we were, maybe is harming the environment and trees and such, and that's where the plastic bag came from. And then when they started this, people were not keen on the idea of suddenly using plastic bags. What they would do is they were saying, well, what I want to do is I want to use a paper. So it was paper or plastic. They would ask you, paper or plastic. And so either it was paper or it was plastic, and you would decide which one you wanted to do. And eventually plastic won out because it was just a better option for handling the groceries. You're able to carry it, had handles. A bag with that has a bag that has a paper bag that has handles on it is not going to be a better option for carrying groceries, because the paper bag with the handles don't hold up as well. So people went with plastic, and it worked very, very well for people. And now we're on the idea that, well, what we need to do is we need to go back to paper or use cloth bags. Well, I can tell you there's a whole bunch of videos out there and studies done and things that people have done that will tell you about cloth bags and really thick plastic bags, reusable bags, if you will. Those bags can carry bacteria in them. If you have just let's just say you put something that has some moisture in it, maybe milk or something that's cold, like a TV dinner, I don't know, whatever it might be, that's frozen, you put it in here and moisture gets transferred to that bag will build up bacteria eventually. I don't know if you put them in the washing machine. I mean, some of them you might be able to, but they're not going to last that long if you do it. And there's just a ton of reasons why those are not as good an option. So, and they're also expensive, and you have to haul them around with you. So, all that said, another chalk up to Albuquerque, another great win for them with the plastic bags, banning those. So now what we're going to do is, this is what my family and myself are going to do. Of course, we're shopping in Rio Rancho, but some of the stores in Rio Rancho also, especially chain stores, are going to use paper bags. Now, most of them are not going to charge for these. I know they're trying to push you into using reusable bags, but I'm going to go over to Costco's, and my brother's already done this, and I'm going to buy a package of the same type of grocery bags that we've used, the plastic grocery bags. You can buy them. I think it's about $15 for 1,000 bags. I think 1,000 bags go a long way. And I'm going to take those bags and keep them in my car and do exactly what I've always done when I go grocery shopping, with the exception that I have to bring those bags in with me and take my groceries out with them. And then I can still use them a second time, or even, whatever the case might be. And that's how I'm going to handle it. So I don't know what the rest of you guys are going to do, but that's my plan. My plan is to do it exactly as I've been doing until the city of Albuquerque gets the idea that they should probably ban the use of these type of bags altogether. And then, maybe I'll start a business that deals with a grocery retrieval system that, people can use. We'll figure something out. The other thing, real quick, might as well touch on, is plastic straws. Now in Albuquerque, you can still get plastic straws. They talked about banning those, but they didn't. But if you go to the biopark, the city biopark, you go to the zoo or the aquarium, whatever, you buy a drink, you'll get a paper straw there. And here's my problem with that. I really don't think that that's a bad idea, because I have gotten paper straws And boy, to tell you, the name of the restaurant escapes me, but there's an Italian restaurant up on Eubank. I think it's Eubank. And they have paper straws, and the paper straws are just like kind of the paper straws I got when I was a kid. They're waxed paper straws, and you don't really notice the difference. There's no different taste or anything else with those straws. So if you're going to go with a paper straw and you think it's better to kill a tree than to put plastic straws into the environment and kill a turtle, you should probably go with ones that are waxed and work better, because the ones that Biopark use, basically those straws just disintegrate in your drink. They're not even worth using, and they taste like cardboard. And that's just an honest assessment of what's going on there. So people are probably going to, if you do that, people are probably going to try to get the cheapest option they can. A business owner doesn't want to spend more for these things, so they're going to go with the most inexpensive option they can come up with. And you'll end up with, soggy. You might as well just roll a piece of paper up, stick it in your drink, and drink it that way. So there's my rant for the day. Chalk another one up to the city of Albuquerque. We can't control the crime there. We're out of control on the crime. We had more murders than we've ever had there before. We set a record in 2019. And we have needles all over the place. The homeless have taken over, and we're going to ban plastic bags, and that's going to save us. You guys have a good day.